So the first one relates to the long-term responses of ecological community to highway mitigation measures. That is based on the two data sets that we have from Banff National Park and surrounding parks, the Trans-Canada Highway and the highway mitigation measures associated with that, and US Highway 93 North on the Flathead Indian Reservation in Montana. Now, what is unique about these two study sites is that they have been around for a long time and have been monitored for quite a few years. Banff has been the longest running wildlife crossing structure monitoring project in the world with 17 years, almost 40 structures. Montana, similar number of structures, but it has only been monitored between 2008 and 2015. Nonetheless, it is a unique data set, especially if we combine these two. Now, this allows us to ask some more complex questions. It allows us to ask what structures serve what animal species, and how does that change over time, and how is that associated with the structural attributes, the characteristics of the different structures, the dimensions, as well as landscape variables in the surroundings. The second question is a higher level question with regard to ecology. What if we go beyond the response of individual species? What if we are interested in a whole suite of species and perhaps get closer to community level metrics? And the third one, if we can count animals relatively easily at wildlife crossing structures, does that have a relation to the population size and the surroundings of these structures? And if so, might this be a method through which we can monitor the size and changes in relative changes in size of these wildlife populations? So these are the three main questions that we aim to answer with combining these two data sets. Now, the data have all been collected already. Data analysis has started, but there's no actual data to present yet. I'll switch to the second topic. And the second topic led by Tony is about the effectiveness of wildlife mitigation measures, specifically fences and underpasses, in reducing collisions in the Bow River Valley, and how effective it has been in terms of economics. It follows a Bakke design, before-after control impact, and it also uses the monetary cost associated with wildlife vehicle collisions based on the 2009 paper. Two road sections on the left in yellow, the Trans-Canada Highway between Castle Junction in the direction of Banff to the southeast, and another section on the lower right, east of Canmore, Deadman's Flat. Each of these two areas has a treatment section where the wildlife mitigation measures were implemented, the fences and the underpasses, and sometimes also overpasses, and the control section where at the time there were no mitigation measures implemented. This is the treatment and control section for Deadman's Flat. What has been done is wildlife vehicle collision data have been gathered both before and after in the control sections and the treatment sections for quite a few years. 6 years of before data, 6 years of after data at both locations. And combined with what we know about the costs associated with wildlife vehicle collisions, an estimate will be made as to not only what the effectiveness is of the mitigation measures in terms of collision reduction, but also what it means financially. Did it all pan out? We know what the costs were, the exact costs of the mitigation measures in these two road sections. We also know by how much they reduced wildlife vehicle collisions, by what species, and what the dollar values associated with these savings are. Now, similar to the previous project, it took a while for the paperwork to get implemented, and we don't have any further results as of this time.